Christ Jesus.
Ramsey show over.
Hey guys, this is James, senior producer for The Ramsey Show.
Hello, James.
Did you know over 18 million people listen to The Ramsey Show every week? And a lot of those people listen on one of our 600 plus radio stations across the country. To find a station near you, head to theramseyshow.com.
After show beginning. And as per usual, just wait a few minutes. People to get into the chat. Let's see. Got some things to put into the chat. Some links, email about anything. What up, Sid? Alrighty. So apparently what you do is you have everybody in the neighborhood contribute and you pay one house off a month. And then before you know it, all the houses are paid off. And apparently that works. She was from Louisiana. Sid. I don't know if you saw that. So make $60,000 a year, can't save $1,000. Once I found out it was $60,000 a year, I thought, well, maybe the problem is budget and sticking to it. And she did agree to that. So, yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. With the tarot reference, right. So you think that's legit then, and not a troll? I don't know. It's always difficult to tell. Alrighty, pleased to announce Saturday, January 22nd, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Live stream, actually live, not delayed 2 hours, and then called a live stream anyway. No, this is actual live stream. Curse of Oak Island, no cap recap of season 9 so far. I'll be talking about everything that's happened on season 9 so far. But I will start that off by giving a brief history of the Oak Island Discovery of Money Pit and the major finds over the 225-year history of the treasure and history search. All right, let's sing. Drum taps. Oh, turn it. Heater off. Like all plans, it starts with step 1. $1,000 emergency fund. Step 2, you'll pay off all your debt. Except mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. Stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach, that's why I go, that's why I host my YouTube show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Step 4 is when you can take a breath and go less gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. And now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach, that's why I coach, and why I host this after show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Trumpet, take it home. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show, brought to you by Tina Share, the Queen of Sheba. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial, and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money, a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment at calendly.com, Coach Steve Money. Link at the top of the chat and in the video description. You can email me about anything, at coachstevemoney@gmail.com. You can even explain to me how that paying off the house Ponzi scheme works. You can reach me on Instagram, add me on the grunt, Coach Steve Money, no spaces. If you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better or pay off a house, paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. All right, to the chat. Let's see what we have. Let me bring it over here so I can look at the where'd it go? There we go. So I can look at the camera too. Let's see. Lots of people in New Orleans do tarot readings. Woman read Sid Palm. What did that woman say? Are you allowed to tell, and that doesn't make it come true? Or what did she say was going to happen to you, Sid? Robert Pierce said, clubs that Jamaican workers do, where a group take turns giving each other a certain amount on payday, round robin style. Yeah, I mean, in the end, it all ends up being the same amount of money. Yeah, it's all to me pointless except for the first person to quit, right? Exactamundo. Let's see. Do you know if the income limit of $18,500 when drawing Social Security payments is net or gross? No, I don't know off the top of my head. I would think that's gross, but I don't know. Thanks for the IO. Ross, I'm glad you like it. I did not write the music for it. That's Ed Sheeran and Justin Bieber sang the original lyrics to it, but thanks. Appreciate it, Ross. How did you know we were here? I didn't say there was an after show today, Ross. Oh, my gravy. I really messed up the hours for this week. What did you do, Obs? Sid doesn't remember much other than her saying we need to use 2 forms of birth control. Alrighty then. That's interesting to say. 2 forms. You mentioned it in another episode Dave hosted recently. I just subscribed. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you. Just curious. Because I didn't have time. Time got away from me because of the... I was trying to figure out the math on the house paying off scheme. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, no. Before the do's. Today's hosts of a new show, the Dave Ramsey. The Ramsey Show, not Dave Ramsey anymore. I even changed the name of this show. It's now, the playlist still says Dave Ramsey on it, but the name of the episodes are now just the Ramsey Show. That would be Dave Ramsey have been the host today, and we're gonna see if he is gonna work tomorrow in a crazy production schedule of producing his publicizing his book. So he's worked 2 Fridays in a row after not working Friday in over a year, and so we'll see if he works this Friday. In addition to Total Money Makeover, he's written. The Baby Steps Millionaire is the aforementioned book he's publicizing, and that was announced today to be the #1 book in America. I'm sure the nonfiction. I'm sure on the nonfiction list, but it being on the nonfiction list, that means you can do this stuff. That means it's real. So do this stuff. Let's see. Oh, it's putting in every times inaccurately. Put the right numbers in, Obs. Okay, Sid's gonna help her out. All right. See, we fixed everything. And his co-host, of course, today, he visited in the chat again today, just saying hi. Gotta love him. George Camel, he was the previous YouTube host back when we did have a live stream. Not a delayed stream like it is now. They still call it a live stream, though, apparently, even Mr. Camel. But see if you like this one, Ross. I only have a little bit of this song. I have a quarter of a verse and a chorus for Mr. Camel. Let's give it a shot. George hosts 3 podcasts. They don't cost a cent. Borrow, future, entree, leadership, and the fine print. Opened up YouTube, saw the thumbnail was Camel. It's always fun with George on the panel. Ayo wears ASOS and Deloney wears flannel. No one does it better than our guy George Camel. Paint his house off. That's step 7, y'all. His wife helped. Alrighty, that's all I got for that one. Ross likes it. Cool. My work here is finished, my friends. Market report. Do. And I should have had that sound effect ready. I do need to get sound effects. Or at least cuts of people saying stuff like Kelly when she said I was right. I need to clip that one. So whenever I need it, I can hear the "You were right, Steve" on there. So and some other ones. Dave saying some stuff probably. Let's see. Well, the Russell was the most down at 1.88, but the NASDAQ down negative 1.30%. S&P 1.1% down. And Dow 0.89% down. And don't know what happened. We'll see if we can see a story on what happened. But as you can see, this is today's. And it opened up above close. And it seemed fine. Got a little choppy there at almost 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, and then it just said bloosh. All right, it was fine. Don't know what happened. Don't know what happened in here. We'll see if it. Oh, there it is. That's what happened. Well, what time did they announce? I wonder. Let's see. NASDAQ 100 futures fall after Netflix's earnings disappoint. This from CNBC. Boom, 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 boom. It was lower during overnight trading. When did they write that? Oh, yeah, that's from 17 minutes ago. The story was published. But index futures lower overnight trading. Just following Thursday, following disappointing earnings report from Netflix, building on major averages declines during regular trading. Let's see what. No, it's not saying. This story in particular is not saying anything else as to what happened. And so if that Netflix must have reported yesterday if it then declined on overnight trading. Oh no! Oh, they're talking about after hour. I guess after hours trading. Now, so let's see if it's on here. If Netflix, yeah, Netflix might have been today. I don't remember when they reported, but I guess it wasn't good news. Too much competition maybe in the streaming wars, the subscription wars there. But we got hopefully some of these guys can make some money. Microsoft, Tesla, Apple all reporting next week. Actually, more than a week. No, Apple is 1 week from today. So these three, Microsoft, Tesla, and Apple, next week, and then the following week be Alphabet, which owns Google and PayPal, and then the artist formerly known as Facebook Meta Platforms Inc. And while we're down here, let's check out the most followed single stocks on the Google. As you can see, Tesla managed to be up 0.06%. Like barely up, but still better than down. All the rest of these down. Amazon, the most down of these, almost 3%. All right, so that's not fun. Sid helping out in the chat there. Thanks. And heating costs are going to set off some home sales or abandoned houses. If the houses are abandoned, then it's not going to affect that, Matt Daniels. If they're abandoned, it probably doesn't have heat on anyway. Maybe enough to protect the pipes, but that nobody's living in them. But yeah, not that many people are selling houses just because they can't afford to heat it. I don't believe so. There's so many utilities have like hardship and stuff, and they have help for winter time as well. So don't think that happens. Matt Daniels is always like, what about this problem that affects 0.0000001% of the population? Let's worry about that. So, all right. Match beats Roth, beats traditional, approved, and that's confirmed. All right, let's check to see what's going on around the planet here. That looks like mostly up to me in Europe, same as yesterday. That looks to me like mostly down in Asia, just like yesterday. Currencies, the US dollar's up on the euro. Japanese yen up on the US dollar. The British pound, love, is down to the US dollar. Not a good one again. But the US dollar is up on the Canadian dollar, eh? And the US dollar is up on the Australian dollar. No shrimp on the barbie tonight. And our pals in crypto. Bitcoin. People not liking the Bitcoin again. That was a big change. Did you guys just see that? It changes. It doesn't stop at 4 o'clock like the stock market does. 4 p.m. Eastern time is the closing bell on Wall Street. But crypto gets tracked, I guess, 24 hours. And Cardano just went from like 4% up to... I know some people that have that. Was that just right there? Oh, you know what? I wonder if that was stuck there from earlier today when I first loaded the page. That might have been. That might have been. Because, yeah, it did say it was like 6% up or something like that. Something like that. 4% up, something like that. It had that. And then it changed and it went completely down. But, yeah, it does not stop being tracked at 4 p.m. like the stock market does. Stop trading. All right, Sydney doing her coaching thing there. Taking care of her. And, of course, it's her pleasure. Everybody should work at Chick-fil-A long enough to learn manners like that. And I think that's it for that one. We looked at that. And I believe what that's talking about is the after hours trading now. Actually, let's see about that Netflix. Earnings report. Let's see when that was. An hour ago. Yeah, okay, so that was just today when that was done. Yep, subscriber growth slowing, right? Because there's 800,000 subscriptions out there to get entertainment on, and so they are having an issue. Let's see, what do we put in here? S&P after hours. And then we scroll down and look, what is that? The money that's in after hours. And then we see what it looked like. And this is the after hours trading that happens. I think it goes for 4 hours or 2 hours or something like that. I obviously don't know exactly how that works, but then there's early morning trading as well. That doesn't count either, and that is how it opens or closes way different than it closed the previous day. I mean, how it opens higher or lower is what I meant than the previous day's closing. That's how it does that, because there's trading right after the market close. It's after hours trading, and then before hours pre-market trading as well. So as you can see right there. All right, and so all down, and so hopefully more correction happening, and so hopefully that stops it. Stop it. Not going to win fantasy mutual funds unless the NASDAQ comes back. This from IGN.com. Says the price of CPUs and GPUs are expected to go up this year, and they normally do. Let out all your anger in the comments. That's fun. They have been going up, especially video cards, which is GPU, graphical processing unit. And that's a video card, and they have been going up. because of the lack of silicon. The same thing that like car manufacturers are waiting for their circuit boards for cars. That's why they got cars sitting out in their parking lots or their weight yards or whatever they're called. You got them just parked out there waiting for circuit boards to come in. But yeah, the video cards have been going up because not only because of that, but also because there's big demand for those, because that is how you process Bitcoin. That's how you make money on. That's how you mine Bitcoin, by processing their transactions. It doesn't use the CPU, the central processing unit. Doesn't use that. It uses the video card processor to do that. So, yep, ongoing chip shortage. Price hike will significantly impact AMD as the company uses TSMC to manufacture its CPUs and GPUs. And so, yeah, if you thought the price might be going down for video cards, guess not. The good time to get a video card would have been right before the pandy happened. And I was actually thinking about doing it, but then I was like, I'll wait till next year. It can go one more year. It'll be fine. And so the card I have, I think, is like 6 years old. And if you buy that exact card right now, it actually costs more than I paid for it 6 years ago. So that's how that works. This from Ars Technica. Google Pay reset strategy again with new leader. Might get into crypto. After a botched app rollout, employee exodus, and canceled banking plans. Now what? So Google Pay being reworked. They like to have that. They want to get involved in you paying stuff and having, I guess, a wallet on their server, that kind of thing. Related about crypto, this from TheVerge.com. Crypto.com admits over $30 million stolen by hackers. In a new blog post, the company said that 4,836 Ethereum and 443 Bitcoin were taken. That's a little difference there, isn't it? I guess they're not the hackers aren't high on the Bitcoin either. Then they only took that much, or maybe that was just what was available in the wallets that they hacked, I guess. So they had lost well over 30 million in Bitcoin and Ethereum after hack took place on January 17th. And so boom boom boom, that's how it goes on this stuff. Crypto.com has said that all affected customers have been fully reimbursed for their losses, so that's good, but that's how it goes. But it's going to be more regulated, and the more regulation might end up being some tracking going on, and also requirements for more security on there. All right. This is from Fox Business. Today's, one moment, unblock this page on AdBlock Plus and refresh. There we go. Today's mortgage rates pause at money saving levels, so that means they didn't go up. So this is, they had a article yesterday, I think it was yesterday, on it, where they didn't have this list like this for some reason. And normally they make it really easy for you and show it to you right there, but that's the 30, 20, 15, and 10-year fixed mortgage rates, and that shows you right there. Not really anything else to say about it other than that. They've been volatile, and they have been going up, but I guess from yesterday they didn't change, so there you go. Related, and this from finance on Politico.com. The SEC blocks Anthony Scaramucci's Bitcoin fund. The proposals would have let investors on the New York Stock Exchange buy shares in a fund backed by the Bitcoin digital currency. And they've been having some problems there. As you can see, that's today. That's the 5-day mark there. That's the 1 month. They're still up on the 6 month, but every day it just keeps going down, and that gets closer and closer to being even for that. But so that's still about eight. That's still about $8,000 looks like, above what it started at 6 months ago. So, and during the 6 month time, it has been up 27%. So have to keep seeing what goes on with it. Like I said, the rest of them are Cardano down big for some reason. That's the whole thing with the digital currency. How do you know which one is gonna stick around? Which one is gonna like make the most for you? Which one is, et cetera, et cetera. So many unknowns. And don't even think about spending any in the China, because it's all outlawed there. All right, we got some time. Let's do some Ramsey coach support. Go to the reddit.com/r/Dave Ramsey. This again, not run by Ramsey Solutions. These are fans of Dave Ramsey. There could be some negative stuff on there. They allow that. They just ask you to keep it civil. All right. That's from 2 hours ago. This is OP Gatland. Needing some motivation. Baby step to flare right there. My wife and I got married at the beginning of November and had honeymoon in December. We've been following the plan, following the baby steps since last January, and have so far paid off $36K in debt with $30K to go, while also paying cash for a wedding and honeymoon. So that's not bad. You cash for the wedding and honeymoon. And in 1 year you pay off 36 and got 30 to go. So theoretically, 1 more year and you'll be done. After coming back from the honeymoon, we wanted to crack down again on the debt after having been in savings mode since August to cover final wedding costs. This month we were hit with a $300 car repair, an $800 medical bill, a $500 family expense I'd rather not detail. Basically, it has left us with only putting $200 extra towards current debt to a car. As a nerd in a relationship, I've been really itching to crack down on the debt. Sure you have. That's what nerds do usually. Usually it's like that. And aim to be debt-free by September. However, every time I get hopeful, something comes along and just knocks the wind out of me and makes that goal foggier and foggier. I'm just looking for encouragement and a reminder that just because this month sucked, we can make this whole plan work. Yeah, you know it all already. You know it all already. Yeah, you just need to hear it from somebody else, I guess. Because you won't get an $800 medical bill every month. If you do, there's problems. You won't have a $300 car repair. And $500 family expense, I understand. I understand you have family, you want to help them out or whatever, so you'd rather not detail it. And I'm assuming you'd rather not detail it because we would tell you you shouldn't have done that, whatever it is. So, and of course I am just guessing since you didn't detail it, but maybe, somebody needed the money and you gave it to them, so. A lot of times that's enabling, and that's just putting off their I've had it moment where they decide to get their act together as well, and you don't need to take care of them just because you have your crap together. So, but maybe it was, maybe it wasn't anything like that, and it was just you helping out a family member, and that was very, very nice of you. So who knows? But yeah, all this stuff won't happen. And as far as the next family thing that comes up, then you just can't help. So, and that's the way it's got to be. And then once you are out of debt and do have your full emergency fund, then you're in a better position to help your family or anybody else out. And then you can do some of that giving, and you'll have more financial peace. It's from Chloe with a Y-E, Chloe, probably Chloe. Stay-at-home mom, advice needed. This baby step 6 flare. So baby step 6 is generally not that, the problems wouldn't seem necessarily that bad. And people that are on baby step 1 or 2, are like, oh, they shouldn't even call when that happens. But let's see what's going on. Just had a baby last year, went back to work after maternity leave so that we could finish baby step 7. Baby step 6. They hit the wrong key probably, because baby step 7 never finishes, just like baby step 4 never does either. And we are about 30K away from completing, again, baby step 6 and getting to baby step 7 once you complete 6. But I'm conflicted about staying in the workforce. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom and raise my son, but that would mean that it would take an extra year for us to pay off our mortgage on my husband's income. I make 100K, so staying at work made sense so that we would be able to reach the finish line on baby step 7 sometime in the next 6 months and save a bit more for myself. But not a day goes by when I feel super guilty about not being around my son as much. Are there any stay-at-home moms out there that can offer me their take on what they would do in my situation? Pay off a mortgage in 6 months and then quit to be a stay-at-home mom, or quit now and take it easy on the mortgage? That's going to be a talk between you and your husband. And like I said, you wanted to hear from other stay-at-home moms. I'm not one of those, so can't help you in that particular department from that point of view. But you look at the differences, the pros and cons. You either pay off the mortgage in 6 months or in 18 months. So it's one more year of having a mortgage. So if you can do it, but you just had the baby last year, so the baby is still very, very young. So basically, you're still doing diapers and just needs to be diaper changed and fed, basically. Obviously loved, which I'm sure you're doing. But, that's, again, something you need to talk about with your husband. Sid weighs in. She is a stay-at-home. She's a gecko mom, which I know she loves. No fur involved, but let's see. She says, your under 3-year-old child won't remember you working through their first year or two. And that is, I can't say for sure, because I don't remember the first couple of years of my life, so I can vouch for that part of it anyway. But Sid says, no guilt allowed, mama. So there you go. You do a pretty good job of agreeing with me there, Sid. You'd be a good co-host. Or when I get big and take Fridays off, maybe you can host. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Oh, this is from Buckeye Bullet. Wonder if he is a Ohio State alum. Old school cool. Gifted paper stocks from our village bank. What would you do? Good morning, everyone. Here's a neat story. I'd like your opinion on. Back around 1880-ish, my 3 times great-grandfather was a founding member and first president of the local bank in our village. All right. Through the generations, his original ownership in stock has been passed down to each child. The other day, my mother went ahead and just gifted the shares to me. So now I have this paper stock with a face value of $500. That's mostly just a novelty. The bank pays out dividends to shareholders each year. Last year's payout was about $73, my mother said. Very likely I'll hold on to the shares, but I'm tempted to purchase more of them from the bank because the ROI is looking really good, like 15%, right? The current president has more shares for sale. However, this bank is small. In the span of 120 years, they have grown to only 4 branches and maybe 25 employees. How do you know that? Oh, were you going from the 500 to the 73? Yeah, but our recommendations are no single stocks at all. And up to you to keep that and just get the $73 a year on the 500. If it is, ask your mom what the previous years have been, if there's been any bad years. Because then if there's any bad years, you just can't say, well, oh, that's an automatic 15%. So you can't say that. Yeah, but that's the no single stocks, mutual funds. Otherwise, just, I mean, something like that would have to be a small portion of your overall portfolio, like very small, like an amount that you would be fine with taking it out to the yard and setting it on fire, like Dave likes to say. Sid weighs in. Sid does not describe herself as a gecko mom. I know she didn't. That's why I said it, just to mess with her. No new stock. I know she didn't. She's not into that at all. That whole thing. I'm a fur mom. What is it? Is that what it says? No. Fur babies, dog moms. No new stocks. Keep the papers is what she says. That's what she said. Literally. So yeah, that's what I would recommend as well. Any other, if you're at this point, you should, I don't know what your situation is. He didn't say what his situation is, but basically you following the baby steps, you would be investing 15% of your gross income into retirement. And other than that, you don't do any investing until your house is paid off. And obviously, that's baby step 6. Baby step 5 is to save for kids' college. So that might have to be addressed as well. And baby step 4 is the investing, the 15%. All right. What? Obs? Oh, you didn't hear it correctly? Today is a nut day, Obs says. She's giving up. Sometimes you have those days, Obs. What time is it? Oh, let's do 1 or 2 more. Let's see. Move closer to work. This from Ard Quinn Igny. I'm almost done with step 1 and moving on to step 2 shortly. I laid out a plan that has me completely debt-free in 34 months min. Goal is to scrape everything I can to pay it off faster. Yep, that's what we call a gazelle intense. That's it. Right now I live 1.5 hours from work. Yikes. Which generally is an issue as I find myself driving my personal vehicle only 2 of the working days. The rest I drive a supplied company vehicle. I can move at least 30 minutes closer, shaving a total of an hour off my working day, and also saving that bit of gas for the 2 days I drive my own vehicle, but then I would be 30 minutes away from my second job as a server, which I suppose I could find a serving job closer to where I move, but I work plenty of restaurants in that town to know there's no quality working environment, low pay, long hours, miserable bosses, whereas I love the restaurant I work now and also make great money. Also, moving to this new town would be a minimum of $100 more a month added to my cost of living, which is doable in my budget, but that 100 plus is being better put to better use going towards debt. The closer I move to my job, the higher cost of living goes. At this early stage, do you feel keeping the long commute over the moving closer is the better path, or would you try to free up more personal time that you can make up with more working more hours at a second job? This is all about your time. And if you don't mind the commute, the time that it takes for your commute, I mean, I used to drive 30 minutes here and 30 minutes back. And I can't imagine doing that now. I cut my commute down to 7 minutes before, and then I moved again, and now my commute is 3 minutes to work. So I could not imagine an hour round trip again. So, but then again, I'm not in being almost done with step one, and so you got debt to pay off. 34 months. So yeah, if you can do that for 3 years, if you can do what you're doing now for 3 years, yeah, I would go ahead and probably stay where you are and work it like you are, because it sounds like you'll be happier in staying at your second job, the restaurant you're working at now. And sounds like you're fine with the bosses at the main job as well. So yeah. Sid says she would find a job closer to where you want a life. So there you go. So we do disagree on that. I would probably think wait on it until you at least have your emergency fund. But let's see. Yep, Bob's not feeling that good at all. There you go. That's a good plan, Sid. Hopefully their bosses don't see this chat. So, but yeah, Obs, it sounds like you do need a day in bed. Day in bed. That's what I would suggest. As would Sid, apparently. So we do agree on that part. But yeah, this one's rough. Because where did he say he could make up? Keeping the long commute over moving closer is the better path, or would you try to free up more personal time that you can make up with where? I see. Yeah, I mean, you theoretically could and be out of debt faster, but you may be more miserable. So, there's not a perfect answer to this. Either way, you're either gonna take a chance at working at a worse restaurant or somewhere else. But you can always change jobs. Maybe not work at a restaurant. Maybe do something else as your second job. Or you're going to be doing the commute. So Sid doesn't know how much he makes, but it has to be a lot to make for that kind of commute. Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. I was just thinking about basically the time, and that's the thing with paying off debt and so forth. The thing that you have a lot of is your time, and so you get people that will just be working part-time, and then they say, well, I'm trying to do the baby steps and I can't save $1,000. Who can save $1,000? A friend of mine asked me. That only works part-time. Asked me how that could happen. And I was like, well, you could probably be easier if you work full-time. And so they weren't interested in that. So, that's the dealio on that. And of course, probably, you could revisit the budget to see if you can find any money in there. But Yeah. Yeah, this one's a rough one. See what other people think, and then we'll call it. Oh, okay, I'm getting closer. Let's see if you're fine with your computer and lifestyle now. Yep. A lot of upfront costs associated with moving. That's right, and you could apply that to finishing up your emergency fund and starting on paying off debt. Instead of moving closer to work and get a second job right near where it is. Yeah, but he said if he moves right that close to work, he said it gets more expensive the closer he gets. Also, it's worth paying more to live closer, even if it sets you back building wealth, right? Yeah. Thank you for the OP says, and this is the good thing about Reddit, because it does the OPs on this thing, the original posters. Often do chime back in when questions are asked and so forth. The original poster says, "Thank you for the truth. I think I'm in a place of complacency, as there's so many people who are unable to find housing closer to work, so it almost feels like there isn't a choice. Maybe I should forego the 30-minute move and just spend the next few months looking heavily much closer to work." Yeah. And again, it depends on how much higher the cost of living is going to be. You don't want to put yourself into a place where you're going to, you make X number of dollars and then you're moving to Los Angeles or somewhere like that, where you really can't afford it unless you're making the big money. So, it doesn't work tomorrow, so stay in bed. Sid moved for a 1.5 hour commute. You mean to get away from one, Sid, or to do one for $14 an hour? She said, "I don't know what you mean." Oh, but it has to be lot. Yeah. Big goal would be to move right to the town that I work. Scam likely. Problem is, housing crisis is so horrible that an hour and a half commute is actually shorter than quite a large sum of the people working up here. That being said, I'm not going back to roommates if I did find something to rent in this area. Is it just him? Yeah, he doesn't mention a wife for girlfriend or anything like that, so. All right. Cool. Once again, if you are available and you don't have the Pandy, or even if you do have the Pandy and you can wake up and watch, it's Saturday, January 22nd, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. You can learn all about the history of the Oak Island Money Pit, from the discovery of it to the major stuff that has happened over the 225 plus year search for the treasure, and to find out what the heck happened on Oak Island. And also the No Cap recap of season 9 so far of the Curse of Oak Island TV show. And again, bring questions, bring theories, bring yourself. Don't give anybody the Pandy through the internet, but yeah. Sid said to avoid one. Family lives 1.5 hours away in a hometown. Okay. Fair enough. Alrighty, and upcoming streams in addition to that one. Monday through Friday, this show, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Ramsey Show, Aftershow show. Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time is alternating tech support, Ramsey Coach support, and Ramsey Coach support is what I just did on the Reddit, giving the Ramsey Coach answer to things that are posted in the Dave Ramsey subreddit. And then when it's tech support time, I do that same thing. I've had 20 plus years in the PC repair business, and so I answer from that perspective in the tech support subreddit. Wednesday, no set time, the Curse of Oak Island recap, whenever I can get the newest episode watched, and get the pictures from it, and write the script for it, and get that bad boy recorded and uploaded. That's when it'll be uploaded. Wednesday and Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Old man video gaming, mostly playing a game called PC Building Simulator, where on there, at the moment, it's mostly, actually all, repairing and not building anything. I guess not a badly named game, but it certainly seems to have more repair than builds in it. And playing that one, and working on the Tomb Raider trilogy. I'm in the middle game, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and I will probably be playing that on Saturday night, and maybe some bonus ones as well. And to give my let's check to see what that 416 views on the one that I uploaded yesterday morning. All right. Anyway, schedule free consultation. That link is at the top of the chat and in the video description and in my YouTube banner right here. You click on that. Click on financial coaching. You click on the day, and then you click on the time, and it'll let me know when you would like to do that. And I'll get in touch with you with the information that I need to give you an accurate assessment consultation. You do the PayPal link right there, and you click send, and you send me $8 bajillion, or at least enough to pay off the house. That was a joke. Any amount is appreciated. Also Instagram, add me on the ground. That's me right there. Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And what am I leaving out? Oh yeah, email about anything, coachstevemoney@gmail.com. If you cannot make the live stream about Oak Island, if you have any questions or theories you'd like to let me know and cover in that live stream, you can email them. Again, coachstevemoney@gmail.com. And Obs isn't planning on sharing the pandy to anyone. Excellent. And you don't even know. You may not even have that. There are still regular calls. They do still happen. All right, everybody, make smart financial decisions every day. Do them every day. Good idea. Have a good night, everybody.